We are off to an excellent start today. What I went ahead and did was slept forever. When I woke, I had a missed call from the one and only Trent Sealer. He had called me at 6:01 a.m. when I was deep in slumber. I called him back and he said, "Do you want to deliver that today?" And I said, "There's no chance I'm delivering this today." I was sleeping. Tomorrow's fine. Which means that I have 378 miles to drive, and I have to be there by 10:30 a.m. tomorrow. I don't know if I can do it. The time is now 12:35 p.m. and I am about to get on my leisurely stroll out to Central California. Currently in Kingman, Arizona. Let's go.
I have this love-hate relationship going on with Interstate 40. One of the things that I do not care for about this road, especially on the Arizona part, is that it's not a good road. Like, at any point in time, if they decided to, fix this road, I would not give them the least bit of resistance. I would be totally fine with that if they wanted to fix it, And then the thing I like the most about I-40 is nostalgia. When I was a kid, we did this trip twice a year, every year. So before I even trucked, probably 20 times, maybe more. A lot of good memories on this stretch of road.
I have driven 56.8 miles and I am exhausted. So it's probably time for my first of hopefully many breaks today. Like I said, I'm on a very tight schedule though. I really got to keep my head in the game. Speaking of my head, it doesn't feel great. I am a mess, but that's okay.
Like I was saying earlier, we used to do this trip, every year, from Northern California to New Mexico, and then back to Northern California from New Mexico. And we did it on several different routes, but we usually took the I-40 route, and we would stop in Kingman and then finish off the next day. 2 really long days. But I have always been fascinated by the desert landscapes. I always really enjoyed looking around outside, and when we could get out, doing my thing, looking for reptiles every chance I could get. Watching in the summertime, they get the thunderstorms and stuff, is actually really cool. Even today, I got through several different kinds of weather, from sunshine and partly cloudy to rain. It is very, very pretty out here. I don't know if there's really much more I could say other than this road is nice. The road sucks. To be clear, the road surface itself is not good at all. But all of the other things around that you can look at while you're driving down the road that's not that great, that's fine. Another thing I do not care about I-40, this isn't the I-40's fault. This is kind of my fault, but I've got one of the magnetic phone mounts, and every time I hit those moon craters and stuff, the phone will just fall right down on the ground. And that's how I have a broken screen protector now, if you were curious. We got way off base here. What are we talking about? What are we doing? Driving? Oh boy.
Okay. Kramer Junction, California. It's time for another unnecessary break. Guys, I am really struggling today. I do not feel well. I'm very tired. Thanks for hanging in there. So I guess the old ultraviolet light there just turned these original blues back into original clears. It's a good sign that I don't want to stick around here. It probably gets hot. I'm not going to believe this. There's a subway here.
For only having less than 400 miles to clear for the day, this last stretch, let me tell you something right now. It just took it right out of me. I do like this drive as well, though. This is, Highway 58. From Barstow up over to Bakersfield through Tehachapi. One of the very first routes that I ever drove Like as an over the road truck driver, was from Southern California, like Colton, California to Hesperia, and then Hesperia to American Canyon, California. We came up over to Tehachapi. And that was when I was in training with this guy named Aaron. And Aaron was top notch. I owe that guy a lot. He taught me a lot of stuff those first few weeks out on the job that, I continue to use even now to this day. Man, having good training is such a benefit. I mean, I know I've heard people tell horror stories, but I was really fortunate to have a good trainer. I made it delivering to this job site in the morning. I drove 397 miles today. So obviously super exhausted. Probably the hardest working truck driver on the road, at least for today.